Greetings, Earthlings and viewers across the World Wide Web. Welcome back. This is Tune 215, and today we're going to be doing a driving tour of the Mantua Hood in West Philadelphia. We're going to make this left on the 600 block of 32nd Street. It's a nice day. The sun is out. It's a little bit of a wind chill, but it's still warm wind. This is a pretty wide block as far as the one-way streets go. Look, I can swerve left and right. Look at all this space I have to do activities. Hey, check it out, check it out. You see? Most of these blocks that are one-way, they're not as wide as this one. So that goes to show you that we already started off at a really wide block on 32nd and Haverford Ave. We got 3100 block of Haverford Ave on my left. We got 3200 block of Haverford Ave on my right. We're passing Brandywine Street. 3100 on my left, 3200 on my right. He was advertising loud and gas for sale. We're at 32nd and Spring Garden Ave. We got a dog on my right hand side. I'm gonna make this right on Spring Garden. Spring Garden is the borderline for the Mantua neighborhood. So if we pass Spring Garden, we would no longer be in the Mantua neighborhood. Mantua is next to the Powelton Village neighborhood. We're gonna make this right on 33rd Street, the 500 block of 33rd Street. We have Mitchell's Hair Situations on my right, and we have a hardware store. Passing the 3300 block of Brandywine Street. We're now at Haverford Ave, 3300 block to my left, 3200 block to my right, 33rd and Haverford Ave. We have two dogs on my left hand side. Ladies walking their dogs. Nice little mural on my left. I hope you guys got a chance to see that. That's the Mount Vernon Manor apartments on my left. I got vehicles behind me, so please forgive me. Passing 33rd and Mount Vernon. We got a park on my left hand side, which actually has some sprinklers out now that look mighty good. That's 33rd and Wallace Playground. On the 3300 block of Wallace, crossing over Wallace. We got some Louisiana tags on my right and some Massachusetts tags and some Maryland tags. We got a nice little diverse background of tags on this block so far. Passing 3300 Mellon Street. Wow, there was a whole bunch of kids on the porch inside of a little pool. That's what all that screaming was. We're on Mantua Ave. We're gonna make this left, 33rd and Mantua. We just passed the Mount Vernon Manor apartments. This is the Mantua Greenway. I'm gonna make this left right here on Fairmont Ave. We got Fair Foods on my left. Now Mantua is also right next to University City. They're building some new homes on my right, as you guys can see. We're at Fairmont Ave, 34th and Fairmont Ave. If we turn right, that'll be Mantua Ave. But I'm gonna turn left. Since it's the summertime, most kids are out of school. So there'll be periodically kids hanging out, maybe playing, getting wet. I just saw those kids in the pool. We're at 34th and Wallace. We got a nice mural on my right and we got a nice mural on my left. Now we're passing through the Mount Vernon Manor apartments again on my right. That's because this is Mount Vernon Street right there. 3400 Mount Vernon to my right, 3300 Mount Vernon to my left. Now we're back at Haverford Ave, 34th and Haverford Ave. Passing the food market on my left. And we're also passing Charles L. Durham Free Library, or Durham, depending on how you want to say it. Passing the 3400 block of Brandywine. Now Spring Garden goes left. Remember, when we pass Spring Garden, we're not in Mantua. Right now we just passed Spring Garden. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a right and we're gonna work our way back to Mantua. We're at 34th and Hamilton Street. We're gonna make this right on Hamilton Street. Beautiful orange and blue flowers across the street on my left-hand side. Wow, this block is lined with trees galore. A lot of greenery. Wow. And these houses are actually pretty nice. If you take a look at them on my left, you take a look at them on my right, they're kind of big, they're wide, they're tall, they have the little apex top, little side driveway, a garage in the back. Not all of them, but I just saw a few with a garage in the back. At the end of the driveway, there was a garage. Let's make this right. Now we're approaching Spring Garden Street. These buildings on my right appear to be relatively modern, meaning a little bit newer than the rest. We're on 35th and Spring Garden. 3400 Spring Garden on my right, 3500 Spring Garden on my left. We're now entering the 500 block of 35th Street. We're facing northbound. On my left is westbound, on my right is eastbound, behind us is southbound. 3400 Brandywine to my right, 3500 to my left. Looks like there was a little graduation on my left. They got the graduation balloons out front. 35th and Haverford. We got the SEPTA bus that just passed by. That was the 43 SEPTA bus. We're passing R&D Family Mini Market. Again, here's another really wide one-way street. I emphasize it being a wide one-way street because a lot of people say that our streets are narrow. We're passing Mount Vernon. Now all of them are narrow. Just the back blocks, the side blocks, a lot of those are narrow, but these main streets, they tend to be a little bit wider. We're at 35th and Wallace. There's apartments on my left and that's a Bobcat on my right. Doing some digging for the new building that they made right there. The interior was unfinished. It was just all framework, but the exterior had all of the new stonework. We're at 35th and Fairmont Ave. Now I'm gonna roll up the windows some and I'm gonna turn on the air conditioner periodically because I don't want this device to overheat. That happened to us recently when we did a tour of the Nicetown neighborhood. The device overheated because the direct sunlight was hitting it. So I'm gonna turn on the air. I'm sorry if that sound bothers some of you. We're at 35th and Aspen Street. I'm gonna cross over and we're gonna make this left on the 3500 block of Mantua Ave. Alright, I'm turning left on Mantua Ave. Mantua Ave is the border right here for the Mantua hood. We got homes on my left hand side. I see a bunch of balloons. On my right, we got a bunch of flower pots. We got a gone but not forgotten banner for an older gentleman who seemed to have passed away. We have a car on my left that, as y'all can see, just flew by me. She wasn't having it. She wasn't trying to participate in the fluid nature of the tour. We got Miles Mack Recreation Center on my right hand side on the 3600 block of Aspen. This is Miles Mack Playground. We're on 36th Street. We're gonna cross over to the 700 block of 36th Street. We got Spencer's Place on my right hand side. On my left hand side, we have a school. As you can see, it's a pretty large building passing the 3600 block of Olive Street. We're at 36 in Fairmont. You can feel free to name that school. We're passing the 3600 block of Mellon Street. We got 3600 Wallace to my right, 3500 Wallace to my left. We're on 36 and Wallace. We got Stuff D by Janai Jewels on my left. It's a business. Another mural on my left-hand side. Some new buildings on my left. Passing Mount Vernon, 3600 block of Mount Vernon on my right, 3400 block of Mount Vernon on my left. We have Destiny's Early Child Care Learning Center on my left. There was a whole line of people with some Florida license plates on my right. We're at Haverford Ave, 36 and Haverford Ave. I'm gonna allow this Ryder truck to go by. On my left-hand side, we got Covenant of Glory Ministries. These buildings on my right, on Brandywine, 3600 Brandywine, check them out. Look at the detail in the, let me lower this air conditioner. Check out the detail to the porches, the crown of the porches, the woodwork, the second floor crowns. Even the third floor has like an octagon or a hexagon style shingle. More probably, I would say, yeah, it was probably like a hexagon. We're on 36 at Spring Garden Street. All right, so we cannot go right. We want to go right, but we cannot go right. So we're gonna pass it by one block because Spring Garden is the borderline. We got Spring Garden Coin Op Laundromat on my left, Camelot Apartments on my right, and Lee's Market on my left. Now, once you cross over Spring Garden, you notice the difference in these houses. Look at these houses. That house right there in front of me on my right-hand side on the corner with the tan shutters. It has tan shutters. Need I say more? And they're functioning. They're on the hinges, and they look to be working. They appear to be working. Yeah, these blocks right here are pretty nice. That goes to show you what crossing one block will do to a neighborhood. This block has an overabundance of trees. That can be a good thing. That could be a bad thing. Good thing because it provides shade. Bad thing because it breaks through the foundation of the property, like the plumbing line and all that stuff. And then all of the leaves fall on the vehicle. So if you just wash your car, you're in trouble. Because when the leaves fall or little droppings or whatever, they fall on your car. So there goes your car wash. Passing a vehicle that advertises Cooper Pest Solutions. All right, we're back at Spring Garden, which is the borderline. We got Able Real Estate right there in front of us. That's a Drexel University bus that just passed by us. That's not a SEPTA bus. Passing the 43 bus stop. They're making some new houses over here on my left-hand side, and this truck right here in front of us appears to be dropping off materials. Looks like plywood, sheetrock, and things of that nature. On my left, you see that brand new building? See how it's mostly at this point made out of wood? That whole entire building so far was made out of wood. We're at 37th and Haverford. We got Chris's Pizza on my left-hand side. Now we're traveling southbound, northbound. Currently, we're facing northbound, but we keep zigzagging up and down. North, south, north, south, north, south. We're passing 3700 Mount Vernon. If we have time, by the time I reach 40th Street, then we'll do east, west, east, west, east, west. I did this neighborhood before, so you can check it out. We're on 37th and Wallace. Mount Olive Baptist Church on my left. And when I did it before, I did it east, west, east, west, east, west. We got Breyer's ice cream on my right. Looks like a little old market. You just passed Mellon Street. We got Good Neighborhood Mini Market on my left. 37 from Fairmont. Go ahead, sir. You're more than welcome to go. Oh, you want me to go? Thank you very much, buddy. I appreciate it. Thank you for the generosity. I waved at him and let him go, and he waved at me and said, no, you go. I should have waved back and said, no, you go. Passing the 3600 block of Olive. We're at 37th and Aspen. 3600 to my right, 3700 to my left of Aspen. That wind chill does feel good though. I don't mind a little bit of sun and a little bit of heat as long as there's the wind to complement it. You know what I mean? We got Mantua Urban Peace Garden on my left. It's a community garden. We're on 37th and Brown Street. We got a police station right there at the corner on Mantua Ave. I'm gonna make this left. We're on 37th and Mantua Ave. Don't ever forget to make a complete stop, ladies and gentlemen. Don't roll that. You roll the stop sign, that's called a stop and go. That's probable cause to pull you over, give you a ticket, and or just question you. We got the little train tracks, the railroad on my right. We're gonna stop at the stop sign. We're next to the 38 bus stop. We're at 38th and Mantua Ave, but Mantua Ave cuts into Parish Street. So right now, Mantua is about to turn. Boom, we're on Parish Street. So it just changed in the matter of a half a block, just turning that little knuckle. I'm traveling like 16 miles an hour. I got some vehicles behind me. Passing 39th, I'm gonna go left right here on 39th. I'm gonna say we're passing 39th from Parish, but this is a two-way street. And we're one block shy of 40th Street, which would be the border. So we're passing Reno, 3900 block of Reno on my right, 3800 block of Reno to my left. We're at 39th and Brown Street. We got Name That Scoop on my right hand side. Steaks, hoagies, chips, sweet treats, sodas, cleaning supplies, EBT, ATM, and much more. Funnel cake, water ice cream, pretzels. Passing the 3900 block of Folsom on my right, 3800 block of Folsom on my left. We're at 39th and Aspen Street. And as you can see on my left, there's tons of new developments on 39th and Aspen. You see? Those are all new buildings. With new buildings come more work. Yo, that's a little black squirrel running around. Yo, what's up, little black squirrel? Yo, dude, you look cool. You jet black hair, yo. Yo, that was the coolest squirrel ever, son. That was decent. That's like the second black squirrel that I've seen during a tour. Yep. That was cool. We're on Fairmont, 39th and Fairmont. You know, normally squirrels are like gray, brownish. I saw a few blonde squirrels before. Like really, really blonde squirrels, which is so surprising. I saw like some orangey squirrels, like some reddish orangey squirrels. Past the 3800 block of Mellon, we got Church of Hope and Faith Incorporated on my left. But on 2 occasions have I seen jet black squirrels. They look so smooth. They look like they could be a pet. We got La 7P Mini Market on my left. 39th and Wallace. Daycare after school on my left. Photo That Inc. Mantua. Haverford Neighborhood Center on my left hand side. Passing Mount Vernon. Now the next block, if I'm correct, Spring Garden's gonna shoot us off. Remember, because Spring Garden's a one-way up here. We're at 39th and Haverford Ave. We're 1 block shy of 40th Street, so it looks like we might be able to do a little zigzag too while we're at it. So we'll end up going, once we take 40th Street down to the bottom, then we'll start doing some east to west, west to east. Cloisters 3, professionally managed by Penrose Management Company. On my right hand side. Passing Brandywine, we got Spring Garden right there in front of us, but guess what? We're not gonna go all the way around. We're just gonna go this way. Maryland tags on my left, pretty interesting Maryland tags. We just turned on Brandywine. We got a house for sale on my left hand side. These are 2-story homes, 1 window. Some 2-story homes come with 2 first floor windows. Like this one on my right, boom. Perfect example. 2 first floor windows, 2 first floor windows. Some of them come with 1, boom, like this one on my right. Another perfect example. What do you guys prefer? 2-story house with 1 window on the first floor, 2-story house with 2 windows on the first floor. Choose your poison. Beauty, company, nails, lashes, dry bar, spa. Central Auto Service on my left. We got fresh donuts in front of us. Alright, I'm gonna make this right-hand turn. Thank you very much, buddy. I appreciate it. We had one person kind enough to let us go by. Goes to show you there's always a good Samaritan in the neighborhood who thinks about his fellow human being. We got Bart's Bagels on my right-hand side. Tuesday through Sunday, 8 a.m. So they work Tuesday through Sunday? So they're off what? Mondays? 1 day a week they're off? Mondays? Yeah, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, damn, they work 6 days a week. But such an awkward day to be off. Monday, huh? You would think they would have Sunday off. Alright. Passing, we're on Lancaster Ave, we're passing Haverford Ave. But I'm gonna make this right on 40th Street. So we can do this last block and then we'll start zigzagging left and right. Which in this case will be west to east. We got Chosen 300 Outreach and Worship Center on my right. The West Philadelphia branch. There's also a branch on Spring Garden. Like on 10th, 11th of Spring Garden, something like that. Passing 3900 block of Mount Vernon. I'm going super slow, guys. I'm doing like 15 miles an hour, but Mother Nature is taking us with gravity and downhill. Alright. It appears that we have trolley lines still above us. We just passed Mellon Street. I wonder if this bus in front of us runs off of those trolley lines that's up top. Let me see. Because sometimes they have them. We're at 40th and Fairmont. We got Greater Canon Church of God in Christ on my right hand side. Well, you're more than welcome to go, sir. That's the 40 bus right there in front of us, and it's not connected to the electricity lines up top. So I don't know if there's another one that runs through here. Might be. I won't be surprised. Because there's tracks on the left side, but there's not tracks on the right side. Alright, we're at 40th and Aspen. We got some newer looking homes on my right. They look like PHA housing. Yeah, they're apartments. Philadelphia Housing Authority. We got some original homes on my left hand side, not in the best of shape. We're at 40th and Brown. We got Choi Lee Chinese and American food takeout on my left. And the building on my right hand side looks like, is that a rehab? That's when they rehabilitate a home. The sides, the lower bottom side looks horrible. The frost, oh, it might be a new building. That frost just looks like, I don't know, it looks ugly. We're passing Mantua convenience store on my left. The Mantua convenience store, passing Reno, and a pharmacy on the left. The frost is what holds up a building. It's the cement front, like base that holds up the building. Passing 40th and Parish. I got a vehicle behind me, so I'm traveling 21 miles an hour. We're at 40th and Ogden Street. We're next to the 38 and the 40 bus stop. Alright, we're at 40th and Westminster Ave. Now, to my knowledge, we're passing the train tracks right now, which means we went by 1 block too far. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull over here. I'm going to allow traffic to go by, and then I'm going to bust a U-turn, and then we can start going left to right. I got traffic coming on my right and I got traffic coming on my left. I gotta be mindful when I do this turn. I think I got a good clear right away. Beautiful. Oh, let me turn on the air conditioner, y'all, because that sun is kind of baking. It's baking, like bacon in the pan. Carve it up on my right hand side on the 4000 block of Westminster. They had a skateboard. I wonder if that was a skate shop. Congratulations, you did it, Anaya. We're at 40th and Ogden. Now I'm gonna start going left and right. I'm gonna go up probably a block or two. Oh yeah, we passed Parish. So that was my bad. I was focused on something else. I wasn't even paying attention to us passing Parish. Now I'm gonna make a disclaimer. If the tour abruptly cuts, we're passing 40th and Parish. That's just because it overheated. And I'm gonna leave the tour at that. Just giving y'all a heads up. So y'all don't think that I rudely said peace out and I didn't tell y'all peace out. It's a pharmacy on my right hand side, next door community pharmacy. That's one thing that I think we got a lot more of in Philly than we had like 15, 20 years ago. Nowadays, we got a lot of private pharmacies on corners. Like instead of corner stores, now we got private pharmacies. Now I know there were probably a few private pharmacies back in the day before the Rite Aids, and you know, I'm sure there was private pharmacies everywhere. But I feel like to an extent, now the private pharmacies are starting to compete with Rite Aid, Walgreens, CVS. And I don't know if seeing a bunch of private pharmacies is a good thing or a bad thing. We're passing the 700 block of Sloane Street. And now we're passing the 800 block of Union Street. So we're traveling eastbound. Now we're just gonna go left and right, and see what the neighborhood looks like. We're at 39th and Brown. We got Named That Scoop on my right hand side. They also got beef patties, y'all. This is a nice paved street, fresh asphalt. You can see it, the street's relatively black. It's not faded. Like watch when we cross to the next block. The next block's gonna be faded. This street's fresh black, like fresh tar. Or asphalt, I should say. That's the 38 bus next to us. It looks like they're letting somebody off. You see how the street transitions from black to now it's gray? You see the street's gray now. That's old asphalt. We're passing Delcow Street, 700 block. The road was closed anyway. We have a female gardener in the yard doing some gardening. At 37th and Brown Street. That's the Mantua Urban Peace Garden on my right. Alright, I'm gonna turn this off. I think it got enough cold air. I'm just gonna keep doing that periodically. I gotta be safe. Better to be safe than sorry. Let's make this right on Mantua and Brown. Plus, I like these tours to be raw with no cuts and no edits. When they cut and I gotta splice them together, it's a pain in the butt. Good, you're more than welcome to fly by me. You appear to be in a rush. Congratulations. You won a trip to another stop sign. We're at 35th and Mantua. I am going to go to Aspen. Let's make this right here on 35th Street, and then we're gonna make a right on Aspen. Isn't there like a super cold place called Aspen? I feel like I've heard the term Aspen before. Not Aspen, Antarctica, or Aspen. It's something like Aspen reminds me of someplace in the mountains. Miles Mack Recreation Center on my right. This is Spencer's place on my left. We passed this earlier, but we were left. We didn't turn, but we were left. Now we're going westbound. Dude right there looked like he worked for the sanitation department because he had the sanitation pants with the yellow stripes. We're at 37th and Aspen Street. I'm passing 37th. The next block looks closed and it goes down to my right. That's 38th Street. I'm gonna make this left on the 700 block of Del Cow. Just because I didn't feel like turning right. Little rest in peace memorial right here on my left. As you can see, there's two styles of row homes here. You got the ones without the porches on my left, you got the ones with the porches on my right. I wonder who came up with that planning idea. Like, what was the purpose of that planning idea there? I'm gonna make this right. We're gonna take this to 40th, and then we'll eventually make a left and another left and go down to the east. We're traveling westbound. We're next to the 31 bus stop. We're at 38th and Fairmont. Yeah, so I wonder who decided that. Like, in my opinion, I think it would not only been more efficient, but been or maybe cost effective. But it looks a lot more uniform to have houses on both sides match. So in some blocks, there's a bunch of kids on my right playing in the lot. You can't really see them because these cars are all in the way. That's a shame. But there's some neighborhoods that like one side be all porch houses, the other side be regular with no porches. Or one neighborhood be lawns all in the front, the next neighborhood don't have lawns. We're on 39th and Fairmont. Or even worse, some neighborhoods where it be no porch, 3 porches, no porch, no porch, no porch, 5 porches, 3-story, 2-story, 1-story, like just a mixed up stylization of houses. I don't get it. Why didn't they just make them all the same? We're passing Union, the 700 block of Union to my right, 800 block of Union to my left. I'm gonna make this left on 40th Street, traffic permitting. We're at 40th and Fairmont, Great Canyon Church on my left-hand side. I'm gonna make this left. Yeah, you don't seem like you're gonna be stopping. That's why sometimes I make complete stops. That was an older Asian gentleman too. I'm surprised he wasn't a little bit more patient. I'm gonna make this left right here on Mellon Street. Oh, we can't make a left, it's a one-way. Sound like he was listening to some old freeway freestyles, like some tape deck freestyles. We're on 40th and Wallace. I'm gonna make this left on Wallace, the 3900 block of Wallace Street. Another graduation balloon set up on my left. Oh, and another graduation balloon set up on my right. I'll tell you something, this is the year I've seen the most graduate balloons and banners ever. Yeah, I swear, 2021, I've been seeing those banners everywhere. On my right, an abandoned building. On my right, another abandoned building. The thing that makes matters worse is, it's one thing to say, congratulations, you know, class of 2021, and just say grad or something. It's another thing when they put their face on it. I'm like, yo, mom, yo, dad, please don't put my face on the front of the house, please. I don't want everybody driving by to see my face in the front of the house. Thank you, sir. We're at 39th and Wallace. We got La 7P Mini Market on my left. That was real cool. They had 2 youngsters on my left-hand side that looked like they were like 13, 14. We're passing Lober Street. I think it was real cool because they had 2 kids on my left with the orange shirts too that looked like they were like 13, 14, and all the gentlemen on my right were a lot older. And what it looked like is they were probably teaching them how to work. You know, we're at 38th and Wallace, which is cool. You know, teaching them how to make $1. And it's the summertime, so you know, that's good experience, good work experience. When I was a kid, I did all types of odds and end jobs, from helping family do contracting to demolition to landscaping to pizza delivery, to selling water ice, to selling ice cream from the ice cream trucks. Oh man, working in UPA factories. So all that experience helps. We're at 37th and Wallace. It teaches you the value of $1. When you're a kid, you don't understand, and you want, gimme. But when you start to make that dollar yourself, after a short period of time, you learn how to spend it a little bit more wise. I say after a short period of time, because I remember my first few checks I blew on stupid stuff. Because, you know, you're a kid, you know? We're at 36 and Wallace. You're a kid, so it's like, you don't think about it, you know? I remember my first few checks I spent on, like, when I was like 14 and I was making like summer job checks. I spent on like sneakers and hats, New Era hats, and Martha Francois Gerbeau jeans, which were super duper expensive, which damn near took up my whole check. We're at 35th and Wallace. I swear, like I was getting like little teeny checks when I was a youth worker, like 180, 220, sometimes 230. I'd be lucky if I hit a 250 mark. And then I was buying jeans that were $82 each. We're passing into 700 block of Shedwick. Like, could you imagine that? Oh man, Dad looks blocked off in front of us. I'm gonna reverse. Yeah, I'm gonna reverse because I definitely do not feel like waiting behind that truck. Yeah, but I was spending my money on dumb stuff, like sneaks. But then again, I didn't really have extremely expensive taste in sneaks. I remember I blew one of my checks on some Huaraches. They were like $100, $110. I don't spend nowhere near that much for sneaks anymore. But yeah, I used to cop like the Diodoras. Remember the Diodoras? The only thing is that the soles used to turn yellow. I used to hate that. No matter how clean you kept the sneak. This lot is for sale on my right. No matter how clean, this Shedwick Street. No matter how clean you kept the sneak, it must have been like the air. I don't know if it was the air or if it was like the humidity, but it would turn the sole yellow. Listen to that. He said, F that, fix the ish. She's like, but I ain't going nowhere. So he making her fix something before she leaves. Wonder if that's his sister, his mom, his girlfriend. Wonder what is it. None of my business, I guess. We got Freddy Grocery on my right hand side. It looks like they're doing some unloading right here. E&J. She about to get crunk. Sometimes those places, what they do is they get mass bulk cases from like BJ's or Sam's Club. Is it BJ's? JB's, BJ? No, it's BJ's, right? That just sound funny. I need me a B. I mean, I'm going to BJ's. No, but yeah, we just left the 700 block of Shedwick. But yeah, sometimes they go there to get like cases of water, cases of chips, wholesale, you know, because those places, they sell wholesale items like candy and things like that. Then they'll put it in their store and they'll mark up the price. All right, let me go make this right hand turn. There's a stick shift, so I had to balance that clutch to make sure we didn't roll backwards. We're on Mantua Ave, 34th and Mantua Ave. I'm gonna make this right because there's a do not enter in front of us. So I'm gonna make this right on 34th. We're gonna go up a few blocks. All right, perfect. We're not gonna go up a few blocks. We're actually gonna make a left here on the corner. We're passing Mellon Street. You see that mirror on the right? You see that truck? That was the truck that was just blocking us when we was on Wallace. Let's take Wallace to Mantua and then continue trying to do our left to right work. These houses on my left, they're new. They're relatively nice. I don't know if they were made with what? With somebody from the Mantua neighborhood, let me know when these houses on my left were made. 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago. I know they're not original ones from the neighborhood, so they definitely look a lot nicer. I like the style, and some of them have stucco, and I'm not the hugest fan of stucco, but they did it in a tasteful manner there, which it doesn't look too bad. That's the Mount Vernon Manor apartments. So I'm sure you can probably Google when the Mount Vernon Manor apartments were made. We're making a left on Wallace. Look at that mural on my right. That's a nice mural. Look at these houses on my left, you see? And they got a playground on my right with some kids playing ball. There's the sprinklers on my right. Yo, those sprinklers look popping and ain't nobody playing in them. I'm about to jump out. It's about to be cut. Detour. Tune's about to go and get wet. Yo, there's a kid that just walked into it. That's what's up, my young brother. Enjoy the moisturizement. That's decent. Although it's kind of wasteful if there's no kids in it and they just got the water sprinkling everywhere. We're on the 3300 block of Wallace. Gonna enter the 3200 block of Wallace. Yeah, you can drive your motorcycle, buddy. You wanna let me go, sir? Thank you very much, buddy. Yeah, that's kind of wasteful, just having the water out and about, but hey, it's cool. We got this young fella in front of us with some blonde dreads, and he's rocking like an old school Honda Shadow, like a motorcycle. I don't know if that was a Shadow or what it was. We're making a right on 32nd Street. But he's, nonetheless, he riding around cooling. He on his bike. Let's make this left on Mount Vernon. This is a little tiny block, might as well. Oh, we got a hell of a view of the Philadelphia Art Museum right here. A spectacular view of the Art Museum. This Art Museum view looks decent. Wow, look at that. You got a nice view of the Art Museum from this block. And I bet you people take it for granted. Wow, yeah, because this location right here, guys, Mantua, look, we even got a skyline view right here on my right. The Mantua, oh, this is a one-way, so we gotta go left. Let me not go right, because that police officer be parked over there, and then he'd be waiting to give me a ticket. So, the Mantua neighborhood is less than 8 minutes away from Center City, Philadelphia. So, it's really close to Center City, Philly. Really close. I'm gonna make this left on Wallace. And now I'm gonna make this left on 32nd. Look at the capstone to the house right there on my right-hand side. You see the corner? You see how it's like a cone? It's nice. And those shingles are like scales. They look like fish scales almost. We had a whole group of girls right here on my left. You seen them? Passing Mount Vernon. We got a house for rent on my left-hand side. We're at 32nd and Haverford. I'm gonna make this right on Haverford. We got ambulance and a fire truck next to us. Oh, and we got cops right up top in front of us. Wonder what happened around here. We're passing Natrona Street, 500 block of Natrona. Passing Douglas. Now we're passing 33rd and Haverford. Look at that mural on my right. That's a decent mural. Pretty cool artwork. Tribute to Herman Wright. That was cool. All right, we got some police over here on 34th Street. Look, we got an In Loving Memory right here on my right-hand side. In Loving Memory. And it shows him next to his motorcycle, CBR. The reality. Found myself. I can't read the rest of it. It's like a scroll, and there's a lot of overgrown leaves next to it. But he must have lost his life early. I think it says 1999. Wow. So he passed away 22 years ago. That sucks. People tend to paint murals of people who were important or who were loved in the neighborhood to immortalize them. We got James L. Wright Recreation Center on my left. What's up with these cops, y'all? The cops is like blocking the street. We got Powelton Food Market on my right. Oh, there was a car accident. Oh, wow. There was a big car accident right here on my left. You hear that? Yo, we just drove through there. Yo, we drove past that earlier. That goes to show you. Yo, we just drove through that corner. That goes to show you, and they just got into an accident like 15-20 minutes later. That's why you gotta always make a complete stop at the corners, guys. Oh, this is engine ladder 44, a fire station next to us on my left. RD Family Market on my right. Yo, look at this lady right here cooling with all her boxes and her her what is that called? Motor chair. Electric chair. Her e-chair. Passing the 35th and Haverford. We got Dynasty Chinese food on my right. We got West Philadelphia Community Center on my left. We're at 36th and Haverford. We got Grace Lutheran Church on my right. We got some new buildings on my left. I believe this is an art studio on my right hand side with all of the artwork and the graffiti and all that stuff. Yeah, I think this is an art studio on my right hand side. One of my viewers a few months ago mentioned the art studio. We're at 37th and Haverford Ave. Passing Chris's Pizza. Alright, I'm gonna turn on the air conditioner. Let me turn on the air conditioner again. So far, we're looking pretty good as far as the climate goes, but I wouldn't put it past it. The sun cooks up the glass and it turns into a magnifying glass, basically. Alright, this flatbed in front of us has tons and tons of what looks to be I was gonna say caulking. That's not caulking. That's what's that stuff they smear on the wall and then they sand when they do home? I can't even think about it right now. Plaster. We're at 38th and Haverford Ave. I almost got a brain fart. Yeah. Plaster. He had a bunch of buckets of plaster. I guess it's cheaper for some of them businesses. I got a car behind me flying. I'm sorry. I'm doing 21 miles an hour. But I think they want me to go faster. Passing there they go. Passing Holy Tabernacle Church. Vehicles like that are the ones who get into those accidents. That's it. When you're in a rush to go everywhere, you're putting yourself and other drivers around you at risk. We're passing 39th and Haverford. 3-story homes on my left with porches, 3-story homes on my right with porches. The ones on my left look taller. Then we got these 4-story buildings right here on my right, probably luxury apartments. We're passing Union, the 600 block of Union, and I got several cars behind me. Pathway to Purpose Kingdom Ministries on my right hand side. The place, the presence, the anointing. One service will change your entire life. Wow. That is powerful. Sun Kingdom Impartation Training, 7:30 a.m. Sunday morning worship, Tuesday night prayer. I'm going to make this left on Lancaster Ave. I'm gonna try to. We got this female right here at the corner. She was way past the place you're supposed to stop. Viejo John bike shop on my right, or Viejo John. I think it was Viejo. Vijo. It said Vijo, but I don't know if the J was silent or with accent, like Viejo. Viejo John. John is a Philly term, but alright, we're passing Sloane Street. We got Brandywine on my left. Alright, we're at Spring Garden. I'm gonna make this left on Spring Garden because we don't want to pass Spring Garden. We got a police station on my right hand side. On 39th and Lancaster Ave. On my left we got Occasions. It's a special events business. Across the street, we got the Bugs Stop Here, Exterminators Supply Company. Do it yourself and save money now. Nah, they don't say it like that, but I like to emphasize and exaggerate stuff. Like, you see that building right there? It says Monarch Storage. It doesn't say Monarch Storage. It says Monarch Storage. Yo, I laughed and my brain started hurting. I don't make this left right here. Honest lose. No, it doesn't say honest lose. It says honest lose. Alright. We're passing 39th and Spring Garden. Speed limit 25. The speed limit is 25 miles per hour. Slow the F down. Oh man. Look at the cube, the little cube car on my right. When that car first, look at this church on my left for all you people who love churches. It's a nice church, right? That was nice. It still ain't got nothing on that one church I saw in Baltimore, Maryland that looked like a starship standing up and down. It was so skinny and so tall. It looked crazy. We're passing 38th and Spring Garden, which is the borderline. We're at 37th and Spring Garden. We got Able Rental Sales, Crisis Management and Consulting. Able Rental Sales, Crisis Management and Consulting Services. I be having fun with it, yo. I be having fun with it, yo. Yo, look at this dude crossing. Look at this dude crossing. All right, we're at 36 in Spring Garden. All right, Tune, that's enough. That's enough. You're overdoing it. That's enough, Tune. You're overdoing it. Let me see if I can laugh like a diabolical genius. Saying, Embracing Truth Ministries on my right-hand side. 35th in Spring Garden. You see, my OCD wants me to say, Embracing Truth Ministries on my right-hand side. But my heart knows that it's time to give that up. We got 2 to 3 bedroom luxury apartments on my left-hand side. All right, we're now approaching 34th Street. Ahead of us, we got MLK Drive to the Art Museum. And on my right-hand side, we got 30th Street Station. Now, 30th Street Station should take you via up and down the East Coast on the train. It's just kind of making me hot. Wait, like them black pants? Kind of hot. You're not hot, man? It was kind of hot. 34th and Spring Garden. We got 2 to 3 bedroom luxury student apartments on my left. Washer and dryer in unit. Bike storage. Private backyard available. Security, intercom system. Free van and shuttle service. On my right, the same advertisement. 2 to 3 bedroom apartments, luxury student apartments, etc., etc., etc. Limited availability. But notice how they advertise to the students. That's because we're next to University City. We're right next to University City. We're close to Market, and that's where the Penn Hospital, the Perlman Center, and all that stuff is at. All right, we're at 33rd Street, 33rd and Spring Garden. We got Mitchell's Hair Situation across the street. We got a little garage on my right hand side. We got the How group on my left hand side. The Know How group. Property Management. 3221 Spring Garden Street. Suite 100. In front of us, Philly Tapers, local 1955. I guess he's in a union and they're called the Philly Tapers. Alright, so we'll probably make a, let me see. Well, I would have liked to make a left, but it's a one-way. And if I go up one more block, then we're gonna cross right back into the city. Or are we? Yeah, it looks like a lot of traffic. I think I'm gonna make this right on 32nd and Spring Garden. This is gonna be us exiting the Mantua neighborhood, but I'm gonna do it just to go around. We got Wally's Food Inc. Pizzeria and Food Market on my left-hand side. We accept all, hold on. We accept all major credit cards. EBT, WIC, check, we deliver. I just had to do that, I'm sorry. I don't have extreme severe OCD, but I do have like a moderate OCD. Like, it's not as bad as others. But I do count things. I do double check things to make sure if they're locked several times. Yeah, e-scooter, meet me, e-scooter gang. I see you, dude. Making this right on 32nd Street. And there's times when I repeat stuff over and over again. I mean, I also repeat because I stutter. So that's one thing. That's a different type of repeating. But there's sometimes when I repeat something. Passing Hamilton we're on 32nd and Hamilton. We just passed Hamilton Street. You see? I said Hamilton 3 times in the matter of like 5 seconds. Like, dude, we know you just passed Hamilton. All right, let's make this right-hand turn. Wow, hold on. I'm gonna show y'all this spectacular view of Philadelphia right here. Look at this. I just want to show y'all that view. Wow, that view looks awesome, right? That's a spectacular view. Let me allow this vehicle to go by me. I think it was a undercover cop too. So, but wow, we're gonna go around. We're right next to Drexel campus and everything. All right, the cop kept going straight. Just wanted to be sure. Yeah, this is the Powelton Village. I'm gonna make a left. And then you got West Powelton Village too, but I'm gonna make a left right here on Powelton Ave. Just so y'all can see the beautiful skyline that they have right here to their disposal. A lot of people live by something for so long and don't appreciate it. They, you know, I guess, you know what they say. We're passing 32nd and Powelton Ave. They say you don't realize what you have until it's gone. So sometimes, you know, you might have a view of a bridge, you might have a view of a skyscraper, you might have a view of something that to you, you've been around it your whole life. You might have mountains next to you, you might have a river next to you, you might have a farm next to you, but somebody else would really love that view. And that's how life works sometimes. All right, we're on 31st and Baring, passing the 3100 block of Baring. Alright, this whole line is going to my right. No, what are you doing, man? Why you just jump in? You had a stop sign. You didn't even stop. Look, it just to get stuck out of a red light. You had a stop sign, man. Alright, we're at 31st and Spring Garden Street. We got New Image Realty Group on my right hand side. Rent, manage, and buy, sell stuff. I guess the stuff they manage, rent, and buy and sell are houses and stuff. Alright, we're facing Spring Garden. Once we cross Spring Garden, we'll be back in the Mantua neighborhood. She got a cool yellow do-rag on. The Caring Center. A do-rag, we got HK Auto Repair on my right. Passing 3100 block of Brandywine. A do-rag is basically designed to hold down your hairdo. I'll make this left on 31st and Haverford. The reason why I'm telling you guys that is because I did have a viewer once. He was from the UK, and he asked me, he saw one of my videos like a year ago, and he said, Toon, I love your videos, but why are you wearing a do-rag? I hope you're not in a gang. You're too nice to be in a gang. And I think he just went on, he said several things. We're on 32nd Haverford. He said, I think what he basically meant was like, he's used to people, or he knows that people who wear do-rags, passing the Trona, and now we're passing Douglas. He believes that people who wear do-rags are in gangs. And I had explained to him, no sir, a do-rag simply is what it says. A do-rag. You have a hairdo, right? So the do-rag is a rag that you throw over your hairdo to keep it down. Or if you're just having a bad hair day, boom, you throw on your do-rag. This is where the accident was at, right in the corner. Look at. On my left, I'm gonna make a left. Mantua Presbyterian Apartment, so on my right. I'm gonna make this left on Brandywine. Yeah, but I figured I'd at least let you guys know that because I saw the female with a do-rag, and that was the perfect time to bring it up to people's attention. Look at this little teeny cute house on my left, got shutters. That's nice. But they're just bolted onto the wall, so that's just halfway nice. They just look cool, but they won't stop a tornado from ripping your house apart. It's like, no. We don't really get tornadoes here or twisters because the city breaks it up. It cuts all the wind. There's not enough open vacant land for the twister to build up enough momentum and speed to rip stuff up, like in the farmlands or in the suburbs in the country. But yeah, so when y'all see me with a do-rag, if y'all ever see me with a do-rag, it's not me, you know, showing hood rebellion or me trying to be in a gang or represent and all that. It's just me trying to like hold down my hairdo. That's all it is. I'm just trying to hold down my hairdo. My hair might be frizzy and I just don't be feeling like hooking it up, so a do-rag is the easiest way. Let's make this left hand up. No, that's gonna go back to left, and I'm not trying to go back to that block. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, we reached our 1 hour mark. We did a good portion of the Mantua neighborhood today in West Philadelphia. We didn't cover it all, but we covered, I would say, over 80 to 90% of the neighborhood. I want to say thank you all for watching. I appreciate your support. Please show some love, comments, thumbs up, sharing is caring. All that would be awesome. It helps the channel grow, and it allows my trip not to go in vain. Share any video on my channel, and have a good day, y'all. This is your homeboy Tune 215. Y'all know Tune Dollars, aka Tune Be Chillin', and I'm tuning out.